With the Trumps all settled back at Mar-a-Lago, at least for the time being, of course, until Palm Beach decides if it's actually going to kick out a former president or not, CNN decided to check in on the former First Lady. How's she doing? What's going on? Just to see, of course, how she's doing as her husband gets impeached for an unprecedented second time for inciting a Capitol insurrection. So now, while Trump, we know how he's been doing. He has been absolutely raging at his inept defense, which has basically been like, whataboutism, and you can't really go after the president and go along with the president and impeach him. Well, she's actually been enjoying some of her time out of the limelight, save for, of course, one thing. Now, according to reporter Caitlin Bennett, the former First Lady reportedly has felt a little, quote, bitter and chilly, bitter man, about how the couple had left the White House very unceremoniously, feeling the controversy he created actually hurt her reputation even further. Now, to be fair, of course, Melania's reputation over the last 4 years has pretty much went down the crapper for obvious reasons if you actually paid attention to the last 4 years, if not longer. But okay, it's not just that. It also appears that the former First Lady is a little jelly at Jill Biden. Huh. Interesting. So now, Bennett writes that Trump's most fervent ires come from watching Jill Biden kick off her East Wing tenure on nearly the antithesis of the path Trump took, meaning she's, of course, getting favorable media coverage. Biden moved into the White House right away, for starters, and had staff hired and flashed out within 2 weeks of the inauguration, compared, of course, to Melania, who remained in New York for the first 5 months of the administration, ostensibly to let her son Barron finish up the school year. She never had more than 12 people on her White House staff, and at times there were as few as 7, Bennett reported. So now, okay, here's the thing about that, right? I don't think most of us care at all that she took extra time to move into the White House. I know there were, of course, the rumors that were going around like, oh, she doesn't actually like Donald Trump. I don't know if she does. I don't know if she doesn't. It seemed to me that every time she had a little bit of joy, it was immediately crushed by her husband. And, you know, it kind of makes me think that she's just like one of those Stepford, like trophy wives for Donald Trump. And that I think, personally, she's maybe waiting for him to die so she gets whatever money he might have left. I mean, that's just me. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's just my read of the situation. But, okay, look, not moving to the White House, though, to let Barron finish the schooling is totally fine. Totally understandable, right? You don't want to uproot the kid. He's literally done nothing wrong. Leave the poor kid alone, right? And if he wants to finish school in where he's been, going to school before, that's totally fine. Right? Now, the staff thing, though, is pretty interesting. So when she gets there, she decides not to hire a big staff. Well, now, that's kind of indicative of how much you actually plan to do. Like, how much you plan to do once you get into the office. Because here's the thing about being the First Lady. It ain't just a title, okay? It's actually a job in itself. It's unofficial, official. And so people have certain expectations of, and whether it's unfair or not, you can have a discussion on that, but they have certain expectations of a First Lady, right? That she's supposed to do something. She's supposed to headline a program, have sort of an agenda herself. Michelle Obama, for example, her agenda was fitness and nutrition for children. Hey, that's great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I thought that was a great program. And that, Michelle Obama, let's move, and we're gonna get the kids healthy, and they're gonna eat better lunches, and all that stuff. That's nothing wrong with that. Now, Melania, she gets in the White House, and let's be honest, I don't think she gave a crap about, doing any sort of First Lady duties, right? Because honestly, I don't believe that I believe that she didn't think that her husband was going to win in 2016. I think she was like, oh, Donald, you are not going to win. And so, but it's okay because it will help business and we will get more money. Okay, all right. Um, and then when he did win, I think her thought was, oh no, what did you just drag me into? Now I'm going to have to do something. You have just forced me to do work, and I don't like doing work. Hey, look, I don't blame her. I don't like doing work either. Okay. So, look, in response to that, she had to do something. So, well, she took up the campaign of anti-bullying, which would be great. I'm against bullying. I'm not in favor of bullying people or kids bullying people, and so yeah, well, totally, yeah, be best, right? Be best, great. Now, it didn't work out because considering how the Trump administration came to be with lots of bullying people, and what her husband is known for, and how her husband even started her campaign. Well, that entire thing was, of course, doomed to fail. It wasn't going to work out. It was going very poorly, and it would continue to go very poorly. And so you can't really run an anti-bullying campaign when your husband is like the biggest bully in the country. It doesn't work, especially when your husband also simultaneously plays a victim, which is hilarious. Doomed from the start. Doomed from the start. So back to the article, right? The attention Biden has been getting has not gone unnoticed by Trump, say those who know her, though she is lamenting the media focus on her successor. Meaning, oh man, the media is writing all these wonderful pieces about Joe Biden. Why didn't anybody write any wonderful things about me? And it makes me go back to the interview that she had, or not interview, sorry. She has famously had a lack of interviews, and that's part of this. But the conversation that she had with Stephanie Walcott Williams, I believe, was her former friend, and so she was talking with her, and she's like, "Well, I could go to Fox News, and they would write positive things about me, but I don't want to go to Fox News because she knows Fox News is nothing but, propaganda essentially, and." No matter what she says, no matter what happens, she's going to get a positive interview. And that's kind of boring when you think about it. And so, all right. Now, going back to the article, as I said, Trump had turned down similar offers from national publications, including Fox News, throughout her time as First Lady, according to people who work closely with her. When presented with offers and asks for participation, it was Trump who would not want to do them. In 4 years, she had never did an interview with a national publication. And so, again, that's contrary to what Joe Biden has been doing so far. So that's interesting to me for a couple of reasons. For one, I think Melania liked playing victim just as much of her husband. I mean, come on. Her husband loves playing victim. She likes playing victim. Again, listen to the entire thing where she didn't give a crap about Christmas decorations for the kids, right? She's just like, I gotta put up these Christmas decorations. I don't really want to. Hey, again, I don't blame you. I also wouldn't want to put up Christmas decorations, but I'm not the first lady, or in my case would be the first man, which, you know what? You suck it up and you kind of do it because that's a political, whether you like it or not, it's a political position that carries influence, and I'm sorry, that's kind of what's expected of you. You want to, be in the White House, you got to do like something, you got to do the job. And she didn't want to do the job because she never asked to do the job. Her husband just kind of dragged her into it. And not that I feel bad for her, but I think that's the situation, right? And so again, now that she's out and no longer has those people asking for her to do those pieces, now she's suddenly jealous about it, and that's really weird. Okay, she's not getting positive press or getting asked for it, while Joe Biden is absolutely getting the positive press, and so she's getting mad. She's getting mad, big mad about it, big mad. So, and yet again, according to former Melania senior advisor Winston Wolkoff, she now is regretting. She's having some regrets. All right. Big regrets. Quote, this is from Wolkoff explaining, Melania intentionally didn't do press as a defense mechanism. She added, that seems unfair, but typical to blame everyone else. So she made the decision, and now she's mad because she made the wrong decision, but she's not blaming herself. She's blaming the press, which have been, which in her opinion, estimation, would have been unfair to her anyway. She also added, everyone knows Melania Trump does what she wants when she wants, and not one staffer on her team could have done anything else to change that. True. Apparently, even Donald Trump was more upset about Melania not getting magazine covers than Melania was. She just didn't want to do anything. During her time there, she didn't want to do anything. So why would she be jealous and bitter now? Just because she's not, she had the chance, she gave it up, and she doesn't want to take personal responsibility. That's me. That's my read of it. And so, that's the situation. Not doing well. Very bitter man. But totally self-inflicted as usual when it comes to the Trumps. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.